Title: A humble woman was mocked and thrown out of her interview, then her husband, the CEO, showed up. It was raining. Maria stood outside the tall glass building of Vela Enterprises, clutching her worn leather bag. Her dress was simple, her shoes old, but her eyes were filled with hope and nerves. It had been years since she last applied for a job. After her mother passed away, life forced her to start over. What no one knew was that Maria was the wife of the company's new CEO, Daniel Vela. But she came today not as his wife, she came as herself. Inside the building, she was directed to the conference room where 3 interviewers sat behind a polished table. They looked her up and down. One smirked. Another raised an eyebrow. "So, this is the candidate," one of them, Blair, whispered, not so quietly. They asked her tough questions, not to assess her skills, but to humiliate her. When she spoke of her previous experience, they laughed off her years of caring for her sick mother. "You don't quite fit the image we're looking for," Blair finally said. "You may leave now." Maria stood up, nodded silently, and walked out. Her chest ached with humiliation, but she held her head high. As she exited the building, the rain began to fall harder. And then, she heard a voice. "Maria?" It was Daniel, her husband, just arriving from a meeting. His eyes widened when he saw her face. "What happened?" he asked, concerned. "Nothing," she whispered. "Let's just go home." But Daniel knew better. "Who interviewed you?" he asked gently. She told him. Daniel turned around without another word. Within minutes, the very same conference room grew silent as Daniel Vela, the CEO, entered. "The woman you mocked and rejected today, is my wife," he said firmly. "But even if she weren't, your behavior would still be unacceptable." Blair stammered. The others avoided eye contact. "You judged her for her clothes and background instead of her character and skills. That ends now." The next day, the company held a public employee meeting. Daniel invited Maria to speak. She stepped up to the microphone, hands slightly trembling, but her voice clear. "Yesterday, I was told I wasn't good enough because of how I looked. But someone's worth isn't in what they wear, it's in who they are." The entire room burst into applause. From that day forward, Vela Enterprises implemented a new hiring policy: fairness, dignity, and no discrimination, ever. Maria didn't just walk out of that interview, she walked into her purpose. And she proved that kindness, humility, and inner strength shine brighter than any suit or title ever could. Moral: treat everyone with respect. You never know the battles they've fought, or the strength they carry within. Let me know if you